All right, welcome to the Kemetic Yoga Sun Salutation. I'm going to take you through a beautiful morning flow. You can do this in the evening too, but it is quite energizing, so I recommend it, first thing to start the day. This is a wonderful practice that's going to incorporate and use all of your body, and it also will help to stimulate your internal organs and start to get that process of elimination and digestion moving through. So again, perfect for the morning time. Get everything fired up and ready to go. So let's get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. We're going to start in what we call in Kemetic Yoga, Murkut Masuharu, which means pyramid child pose, okay? So we're going to bring our feet together and then just slide your hands back down here towards your knees. I want you to kind of just make sure that your weight is in your hands, and then take a deep breath in through the nose. Pause, and then slowly exhale your hips down to your heels, releasing the weight from your fingers. Okay, once you land, take your arms up, shoulder length apart. And as you exhale, come to bring your hands into a pyramid shape, okay? And we're gonna release that shape down to the mat. Feel the chest open as you breathe in, widening the collarbones. And then as you exhale, go ahead and bend your elbows and slowly release your forehead down to the center of that pyramid. Now you should notice your belly start to expand and contract towards the thighs. That is exactly what you want. This is gonna help us massage those internal organs, okay? So just breathe deep, but from the belly. Let the belly expand, and as you exhale, contract to get all that old air out so that you bring new, fresh breath in. So we're practicing rule of 4 breathing here, so that means we are inhaling for 4 counts, pausing for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, and pause for 4 counts. Now you may say, well, Angie, I don't have all that breath in me, okay, right now. And that's all right. What you want to do is just really focus on this idea of all 4 components of your breath. Your inhale, your pause, your exhale, your pause. And you want to try to extend that as long as you can and see if you can make that a nice, smooth and even rhythm. And as long as you're acknowledging all 4 parts of the breath and participating in all 4, it's okay if you don't have a 4 count yet. You'll get there as you practice. Okay, on the next breath in, let's go ahead and start to rise. Bringing the arms up back to parallel with the shoulders. And on your next exhale, go ahead and release your hands down to the mat, okay? Line up your shoulders with your wrists, and then go ahead and tuck your toes. Okay, we're gonna tuck the toes under. Slide your hands back towards your knees again, bringing the weight into your hands. Take a breath in. As you exhale, slowly release down to your heels. Bring your arms up shoulder length, and then release your hands down at your knees, okay? So the idea is we want that flexion in the feet here at the top, and your foot has reflexology points that correspond to every single part of your body, your organs, every single thing, okay? So in this top half of the foot, which is what we really want to arch, and this is a pose that we see in the hieroglyphics in Egypt, is to stimulate the upper part of the body. So we're stimulating the upper lungs and then all through the head. So we're opening all of this up as we're pressing into our feet, okay? So this will get intense, but you'll get used to it over time. Your foot's just not used to being stretched in this way. So I want you to just breathe deep. I know we've been here for a little bit, but let's take 2 more full deep breaths, okay? Full breath in through the nose, expanding the belly. Exhale, contract, squeeze all that air out. Breathe in deep. Full exhale. Let's do just one more. Full breath in. Full breath out. Raise the arms back, shoulder length, breath in. Exhale, release your hands down, pick up the toes, and then let's go ahead and massage those out a little bit. Okay? And release the feet back down. And now bring your feet, your ankles, and your knees hip distance apart, okay? So we are in a tabletop position. I usually like to sway a little bit side to side here. This isn't really a part of what I was taught in Kemetic Yoga, but I feel like it just kind of loosens up the hips and the spine a little bit. So feel free to participate in that. Okay, breathing deep. And then coming back to the center. Okay, so from here, go ahead and take your right foot up to the top of the mat. You'll notice that my knee and ankle are in alignment. Okay, this is part of geometric progression. So we want to make sure that our joints are aligned so that we don't injure ourselves. So you want knee, ideally over ankle, but certainly not over toes, okay? So from here, tuck those back toes, lift that back knee up, same flexion in the feet. As you breathe in, expand your chest, lengthen your spine. Maybe take a look forward. And then exhale your knee back down to the mat, flip the toes over and release the foot. Okay, we're gonna press into this right foot, engage the center, the core, and then sweep both arms underneath your right leg. As you breathe in, we're gonna take it up 3/4 of the way, palms facing up. Exhale, palms come together. And then rotate your palms to face forward, bringing your left hand behind your right. Take a breath in from the belly. As you exhale, slowly release your hands down to the knee, feeling that energy move down. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, see if you can anchor into that left hip just a little bit more, really opening up that left side. So as you're breathing, focus your energy, your attention rather, on where you feel that opening. Okay, another breath in, gently press into the knee. As you exhale, maybe arch the back, bringing the chest up towards the ceiling. Maybe bringing the head all the way back. Bring the chin back to chest, breathe in. Exhale, release your chest to the thigh, separate the hands, bring them down to the mat. Tuck those toes, lift that back knee up, and then step your right leg back. Okay? From here, you're gonna bend the elbows out and imagine that you're rolling a marble with your nose on the mat. We're gonna scoop down and then we're gonna rise up. So toes are gonna flip over. This is called wajet in Kemetic Yoga, or upward facing dog. Okay? So we're pressing firmly into the hands. You wanna press into that fleshy part underneath your thumbs. Tops of the feet are pressing into the mat. Hips are lifted. Collarbones wide, breathe in. As you exhale, start to bring your body back neutral. Roll your toes over, bring your hips slowly up and back, okay? Then go ahead and walk your feet up for Markut. This is pyramid pose. So you'll notice that my feet are flat on the mat. You wanna bring your feet up far enough to where you can get them on the mat or close to getting flat on the mat. Hands at the top are still shoulder length apart. We're pressing into the fleshy part underneath our thumbs and drawing the chest back to the thighs. So we're making a pyramid shape with our body, keeping the ears between the arms. Full breath in, full breath out. Okay, then start to raise your heels, breathe in, and then lower your knees slowly as you exhale. Okay, we're gonna flip the toes and bring them down. Bring your one hand back to the knee, another hand back to the knee, and then slowly release your hips down. Open your chest, and then bring your palms, your forearms, down to the mat. Okay, this one in Indian yoga is called Sphinx pose. In Kemetic Yoga, we call this Haru Akit. Okay, this is representative of the Sphinx in Egypt. And that Sphinx was looking to the east. So when we are in this pose, we're actually looking up and forward. Okay, just like the Sphinx. Breathing in from the belly, feeling it expand towards the thighs. And exhale as it comes back to us. Okay, now start to lengthen your arms out long. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, we're going to come through Wajjet, so bending the elbows, rolling that marble with the nose, sweeping up, and then lifting the hips for Wajjet. Upward dog. Breathe in. Exhale, start to tilt forward, neutralizing the spine, and then bring your hips up and back again for Merkut, walking your feet up for that pyramid shape. Okay, so fingers spread wide, we're pressing into that fleshy part of the hand, so our fingers should be able to easily lift up. Chest drawing back to the thighs, feel that stretch through the back of the legs and breathe through that. Dissolving any resistance with the exhales. Okay, heels come up on the breath in. On the exhale, release the toes back down to the mat. Okay, we're gonna take the top of the feet down to the mat. And then we're gonna slide the heels back, coming into Masuharu, child's pose. Okay, so just take a moment to rest here. Breathing from the belly, feeling that expansion. And start to rise up with the next breath in. We're gonna come back to tabletop. And then we're gonna take the left foot out in front this time. Okay, so left knee, ankle aligned, tucking the back toes, lifting that back knee up. Breathe in, chest opens. We look forward. Exhale, release the knee, untuck the toes. Arms sweep under that left side as we breathe in, palms face up. Exhale, bring the arms together, palms touch. Left hand behind the right, take a breath in. As you exhale, slowly bringing your palms down to the knee. Feeling the energy flow. Okay, full breath in. As you exhale, anchor into that right thigh, opening that right side up. Okay, so we're breathing here. Then gently press your hands into your knee and start to tilt back, bringing your chest up towards the ceiling. Maybe bringing the head all the way back. Chin back to the chest, breathe in. Separate the hands, release them down, and then take the left leg back. Take the hips back. Back to Masuharu, child's pose. And start to rise up, back to tabletop. And go ahead and tuck your toes, slide your hands back, and come to stand at the top of the mat. Okay, so slowly rise. And then let's walk up back to the front of the mat. So I'm going to show you another way that you can get into this sequence, and we'll do it one more time. Okay, so rotate the palms outwards. Breathe in 3/4 of the way, arms come up. As you exhale, palms come together. Okay, bring your arms down to where you see a pyramid through your hands. As you exhale, hands come down to the heart center. Bend the knees and then slowly release the hands in front of the thighs and then relax at the sides. Okay, kind of wiggle out side to side. And then lengthen the legs and slowly from the hips, throwing the hips back just a little bit, we're gonna release the upper body down.
Okay. So relaxing through, you can bend the knees again when you land, relaxing through the neck and shoulders. Bend quite a bit here and maybe wrap your hands around your ankles, left hand behind the left, right hand behind the right, letting the chin drop down and towards the chest, towards the knees. Okay, and then maybe making a pyramid shape here at the top with your hands. Full breath in, full breath out. Release the hands down at the sides and then take your left leg all the way to the back of the mat. Okay, go ahead and look forward, breathe in. As you exhale, drop that left knee down, flip the toes over. Bring both arms underneath the right leg, breathe in 3/4 of the way. Exhale, palms come to touch. Bring the left hand behind the right, breathe in. Exhale, release the left hand down to the mat, down to the knee. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, leaning into that left hip. Full breath in, press into the hands. Exhale, draw the chest up. Chin back to chest, breathe in. Exhale, release the chest to the thigh. Hands come and separate. Tuck that back toe, lift the back knee and step back. We're gonna come into Wajjet, so bending the elbows, take a breath in, swoop down, and then breathe in again as you rise up. Full breath in here. Exhale, neutralize the spine, bring the hips back up. Walking up for Merkut, pyramid pose. Okay, pressing into that fleshy part underneath the thumbs. Drawing the chest back to the thighs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Raise the heels. Slowly bring the knees down to the mat. Okay. Flipping the toes over. We're gonna take the hips back. Bring the right hand to the right knee, left to the left. Sitting up nice and tall first. And then slowly bringing down the forearms and the palms for Haru and Akit, Sphinx pose. Our gaze stays up. Staying long and open through the collarbones and the chest. So we're not caving in, we're sitting up, open so that breath can move through. And then start to extend your right arm out, left arm out. Raise the hips, bend the elbows, roll that marble, breathe in, and come all the way up. As you exhale, start to bring the hips back up for Merkut, or downward facing dog. Okay, raise the heels, breath in. Release the knees down to the mat. Toes flip, hips sit back. Masu Haru, child's pose. Feeling the belly expand towards the thighs. Okay, next breath in, start to rise, back to tabletop. Take that left leg up in front. Remember that the knee wants to be lined up with the ankle. Tuck the toes, breathe in as you rise, chest forward, gaze forward. Exhale, drop that knee and flip the toes. Arms hug underneath that left leg, breathe in and rise. Exhale, palms come to touch. Left hand behind the right, breathe in. Exhale, bring that energy slowly down to that thigh. As you breathe in, fill the belly up, exhale and anchor in to that right side. So breathe all through this right side. Okay, next breath pushes our hands into the knee. Opening the chest with the exhale. Chin back to chest with the inhale. Drop it down, exhale, release the hands. Take the left leg back. Okay? Bring the hips to sit back onto the heels. Forehead to the mat for Masu Haru. Allow your body to relax here. So releasing your weight to your mat. Softening through your shoulders, neck, and jaws. Feeling that belly expand and contract. And start to rise with the next breath in. Slide your hands back towards your knees. Okay. Hips sitting on the heels, so bring your feet and knees together. Let your arms rise to shoulder length. Breathe in. As you exhale, release your hands down to your thighs. Continue to breathe here softly and just notice internally the effect that this movement, that this breath has had on you. Notice the subtle or apparent changes in your energy, in your mood, in the openness in your body. Notice if your thoughts have started to slow down and you feel more calm. Just really take a minute to be immersed and to absorb all of the benefits of your practice. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. And that is Kemetic Sun Salutation. Excellent job. All right, we'll see you in the next Kemetic Yoga video.